Akash missile system defends every inch of the Indian sky. How is this a symbol of revolution that we are seeing in missile defense? And what is the difference between Akash Prime and Akash-NG? India's missile defense system continues to evolve at a rapid pace. And the newest addition to the Akash missile defense system has been Akash Prime, where it has been tested in Ladakh. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh and today we are going to understand the details related to this new addition in the Akash missile defense system, that is Akash Prime, and how it has successfully targeted two targets where we had it at the height of 15,000 feet. So when we are talking about Akash missile defense system, this is a new addition, that is Akash Prime, and we will be also looking into its previous additions that we have, such as Akash-NG, that is Akash New Generation. So when we talk about Akash defense system or the Akash missile system, it is basically a surface to air missile system which has been developed by DRDO. So you have to understand that the development of this missile system has been indigenous, and that also adds to the accolade or adds to the attribution that we are giving it to it. Why it has been designed? It has been designed to intercept enemy aircraft, drones and cruise missiles. So if we are talking about Indian skies, especially Indian borders, where we have seen during the recent escalation during Operation Sindoor, drones, unmanned aerial vehicles have been used. It will be this missile system which will be protecting the Indian skies. So when we talk about this missile system altogether, it is an important layer when we are talking about when India has a multi-layered defense mechanism. So it is one of the layers when we are talking about multi-tiered air defense that we have, and it combines mobility, precision as well as rapid response with indigenously built capability. So it not only highlights the defense capability we have, but it also highlights the fact these defense capabilities are indigenously made and we are not dependent to defend ourselves on any other country. Now when we talk about this whole system of missiles, it has three major parts here. So the first missile, that is Akash Original, it is basically a static medium range system which has a range of somewhere about 25 km. The next addition that came in is Akash Prime, that one we are talking about. It has been tested since 2021 and it has been upgraded so that it can be used at high altitude operations. And it has been as of now tested in Ladakh, where there was success in targeting two targets which were unmanned aerial vehicles. Now this also highlights the fact that we are trying to protect our borders in places such as Galwan, because the tensions and ramifications of such place are always high. And the next one we have is Akash-NG, which has been tested since 2023, Akash New Generation. It is a variant which extends the range. So when we talk about the original range, it is only about 25 km, but when we talk about Akash-NG, the range is somewhere between 70 to 80 kilometers, and it also has added stealth countering tech. So here we see this is a culmination of system which not only ensures protection at certain given geographies, but also at varied geography, and high-tech technology is also being used here. Now these two new variants are in news, Akash Prime and Akash-NG. Now let us try to understand the difference between the two as well as the significance. So when we talk about Akash Prime and Akash-NG, we have to understand the primary difference that exists. It starts with the primary use itself. So when we are talking about the primary use, Akash Prime is to be focused on high altitude and low temperature zones where it has been tested, that is Ladakh. But when we talk about Akash-NG, it is a broader strategic air defense. That means it will be used in all kind of terrains. When we talk about the range, 30 kilometers is for Akash Prime, but it is extended to 70 to 80 kilometer when we are talking about Akash-NG. So here both of these missile systems are serving different purposes. Other than that, if we look into the technicalities here, then we'll also find the fact in propulsion we see ramjet based for Akash Prime, but dual pulse solid rocket motor for Akash-NG, which is also responsible for the extended range which is present in Akash-NG. The radar and guidance also is varied here because we have RF seeker in the prime version and we have AESA radar, which also is complemented with optical proximity fuse. Mobility, that means where the usability it can be placed, what is the mobility of this particular system, how much it can be used. So there has to be tactical deployment for Akash Prime. That means the platform from which it is shot, this missile is used, it is mobile, it can be changed. But when we talk about Akash-NG, it has canisterized launcher and the deployment has to be strategic. That means the mobility in Akash-NG is limited. Faster and more agile in terms of strike. However, the speed in terms of Akash Prime is lesser as compared to Akash-NG. And both of them being part of the Akash missile system, Akash Prime is definitely an improved over original Akash, but Akash-NG remains superior and it is ideal for saturated and stealth threats where we find in regions. Now we have established the clear difference between the two editions that we have seen after the Akash original. Now let us move ahead and talk about their significance. It is their capabilities that make them so important. For example, if we talk about mountain warfare readiness, such as in the regions of Galwan, such as the regions of LOC, such as the regions of Northeast, these are the regions where we have to show our readiness in difficult terrains. And Akash Prime is a suitable addition to address this situation. For example, Ladakh, post Galwan, even that had occurred. So we can encounter the PLA threats that are coming in from China and also definitely the ones from Pakistan. If we talk about saturation attack defense, Akash-NG is very important to be present in terms of Pakistan drone attacks or cruise missile attacks if they take place, and counter stealth capability is also being provided. So Akash-NG can easily engage in stealth aircrafts which are present with China, such as J-20 or drones with low RCS as we are seeing. Mobility and quick deployment, canisterization in Akash-NG, and then we are talking about their applicability in Northeast and island territories, and then they are a definite direct push to the indigenous capabilities that we are building. So overall, they are not only adding to the fast-paced evolution that we are seeing in the missile defense, but they are also giving a push to the indigenous manufacturing, and which will also facilitate the Make in India brand and also give a direct push to our defense exports. Our defense exports have multiplied over 34x times in last 10 years, and there's so much more scope which has been further added by Akash missile defense system. Now that I have given you the detailed understanding of this missile system, my question is to you: what are the further advantages that we can derive from these missile systems in terms of becoming a global leader? That was all from my side. Thank you so much.